The first assignment is where you're going to be testing three different large language models. And as you go through this exercise assignment, you will see how differently these different large language models behave for the very same prompt. Okay, so to give you a sense of that, this assignment will help you with that. And a side note is when you're using these large language models, you're not limited to only one. Use the large language model that'll best suit the task that you're working on. And to give you a sense of their capabilities is what this assignment is structured for. Now, in the assignment itself, if you're looking at this prior to our synchronous session and the lecture that'll be posted after that, you are probably looking at this epistemic augmentation, integration, and coagency. Don't worry about it. This will be explained later in week 1. It's structured in a particular flow, and you'll understand that next week. But couple of things I wanted to address in this video is this assignment description itself is 5 pages long. And in the past, I have received comments that assignment descriptions are way too long. Agreed, but in this instance, it is done very intentionally, and I want you to keep that in mind. These assignment descriptions are extremely scaffolded, and they're also supposed to act as models that you can emulate when you are doing any teaching activity. Okay, so one, they're very scaffolded, meaning every step of the activity of the assignment is laid out. You just need to follow it like a checklist, right? So step 1, I do this, this, and this, check off. Go to step 2, do whatever it tells you to do. So it's supposed to break it down and remove as much of ambiguity as possible to make it easy for you to complete the assignment. The other thing is, in this particular assignment itself, you'll also notice this AI use guidance. Now, this AI use guidance is something that I am including now and kind of testing out. So it's very easy to make a blanket statement that says AI use is allowed. And I've done this in the past. And what I've come to realize is it's too broad and doesn't really help the learner or me, because none of us know what the boundaries are or what we mean when I say AI use is allowed. And so this particular guidance breaks down exactly what it means when I say AI use is allowed. And what I want to highlight is AI use within an assignment can be broken into different parts and ways. So you can have one level of permissibility for using AI when you're doing the drafting. But there might be another level of AI use permissibility when you're doing the final revision. And so there are different levels of how much and how far you can use AI even within one assignment. And so to lay that out is what this particular section does. So when you're preparing your inputs, how are you going to use AI over there? Okay, the next part of it is when you're generating your first draft, can you use AI then? Can you not use AI? There is a guidance for that. So it goes through every step of the writing process itself so that you understand how far you can use AI, and there are examples for that as well. And again, this is specifically done to help you in this assignment, but also to help you think through how could I use this with the learners that I am working with. Okay, because this is a big point of confusion for our learners and for us. And as we want our learners to be using AI more effectively, we need to tell them how to do it. And this guidance will help with that. The other thing that you also want to think about when you're using these guidelines is it helps clarify for the learner why these parameters are set up, right? Learners tend to use AI because it's easy, right? And it gives them at a very superficial level, it gives them the response that they need. But as instructors, we need to explain to them why AI, why what is the learning that we want to get from this particular activity, and why we are saying that AI is allowed here but not here. So, to explain the relevance of AI and the learning that we want the student to get out of the activity, this kind of a guidance helps with that. And when learners can see what the end goal is with the AI use, it helps them stick to your guidance better than just giving a very broad thing saying you can use AI or you cannot use AI. Explaining the why is always helpful, because most learners do want to learn. They don't just want to, and we want to acknowledge that with these kind of guidelines.